Alright, guys. I'm going to be casting a SotiS game. It's going to have some of the best North American players. And I know it says Pink Pony Adventure. And this is the latest patch. So there is going to be DARPA, but I'm not quite sure. So I think the teams are going to be DJ Lox versus... And DJ Lox is going to be the Protoss side versus... I believe it's going to be Godlike versus FPS1. Okay, so DJ Lox versus FPS1. Alright, and I'm currently sitting in the Mumble SotiS development den, so hopefully... Alright. There's currently one viewer. Cool, I have a viewer. Yeah, whatever. So... Alright, hello Narzak. And we are going to be streaming or starting in just a moment. Just waiting for the go-ahead. I see shuffle. Don't quite know what that is at all. And we'll get this game underway in just a moment. So, still waiting for Fighty. Alright, up to 5 viewers now. That is cool. That's cool. Is Team 1 ready? Team 1 should be ready. So Team 1 will be Death and Taxes, Lalu, Chan, Criney, and Oversoul versus Fighty, Ant, Narzak, Liori, and Sita Thugs. And this should be a very, very interesting matchup. This is Pink Pony Adventure, otherwise known as the next version of SotiS, which will be coming out momentarily. I believe DARPA is getting changed up a little bit, so we'll see what Echo does with the new version of DARPA. And yeah, and I'll have to let Echo know that he is currently on the stream. Echo, just wanted you to know that I'm in the channel, and if you talk, the stream will be able to hear you. Alright, so hopefully he got that. If he starts talking about anything really important, I will go ahead and jump out. Team 1. Alright, what is going on? Where is everyone? No, 1 minute please. Okay, no. So I believe it's going to be Team 5 versus Team 3 in SotiS Mumble, if you guys are there. And I'm just waiting now. Alright, here's the countdown. The game will be loading up. Hopefully there will not be any drops or disconnects from Battle.net 2.0, and we can get this game underway. It is going to be Ant, the Stars, Fighty, Liori, and Narzak versus Chan, Death and Taxes, Jabak, Lalu, and Oversoul. At least that's what it's telling me currently in SotiS Mumble. Hopefully that is the case. And interesting enough, we are not going to have Red Hydra or any of the other players, so I am interested in seeing who these players are going to be playing and which heroes they will be going. I'm not sure if they're using DARPA. If they are using DARPA, this would be the first time outside of SotiS, out of the SotiS play circle, that you will be able to see DARPA. DARPA was recently changed, and one of the things that I will be making a video introduction on DARPA later, and we'll see if the changes do stick, but interestingly enough, DARPA is not an intellect hero this time around. DARPA will in fact be an agility hero, which makes a little bit more sense, and I believe Echo wants me to go ahead. There we go. And letting Echo know that I am in fact streaming, so he does know. And here we go. We're going to see which heroes will be used. We already see what Mandrake, Jackson, and Shadow coming in for the Zerg, along with Grunty. So Fighty will most likely be using a Grunty mid. And there is also an Aerocool. Very interesting. An Aerocool and a Grunty, something that you don't see very often. Both heroes are semi-carries in addition to a Shadow, so we'll see how these players do use those two. The initiator will be the Mandrake, and then finally we have the Aerocool soloing. Is it going to be soloing another lane down there? And there's the Jackson. So Jackson and Mandrake most likely will be paired together. One of the best combinations in SotiS. Let me go ahead and turn on ally colors for you guys. Meanwhile, we have Toxie and Taro Tassadar, Vorpal, Jackson, and Micro. So Micro and Jackson most likely will be the initiators coming in from the Protoss side. And this is going to be Protoss versus Zerg, obviously, since apparently Echo does not like Terran very much at all. Anyways, we're going to see Toxie and Tassadar taking in the top lane, going for the Kalala Triforce as that first ability, and both players now getting set up to see if they can grab that rune creep. Fighty, he has not chosen his skill yet. Narzak, the Jackson, has already chosen Optic Beam. Shadow has obviously chosen the Shade ability. Meanwhile, over here we have Mandrake, who did get Magnitude first instead of Pluck, and then the Swarm Burst, obviously for Aerocool. So both players gonna go ahead and come into here. Hopefully in the future versions of SotiS, for the spectators, I can click on a hero and see their items, because otherwise it is an absolute pain. Aerocool or Echo or Brax, if you are watching this, yes, please fix this. Otherwise the commentators have a very difficult time figuring out what builds the heroes are going for, trying to hit Escape and then hit V all at the same time, as Narzak seems to be lagging out now, so you guys get to hear me talk. And yes, Echo, just so you know, if you guys talk in the channel, they will be able to hear you on the stream.
Yeah, I just want to point out that if you look from a hero perspective,
it's yours,
and hit escape, you can see the items on each hero.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult, that's all. And it looks like we may be having a remake. So we'll see what happens if Narzak does get dropped. I am not going to vote to drop him. Yeah, I caught that. Alright, so let's take a look at their items. Pause, please. Oh, nope. If I hit and V and escape. Nope. Alright, hitting V and escape actually brings up my menus for me.
No. Hit, if you look from a player's perspective, so you hit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, if normally V does the same thing as well, so it gives you their vision.
You have to hit escape so that you're not selecting a character. You have to see it from their perspective. And since they're always selecting their character, their menu should pop up.
Alright, I see it, but it's still rather kludgy. All right, the
There you
game.
go.
Yeah, the game is underway. We're going to see Tassadar and Death and Taxes now pulling into the north. Jackson is up here. It will be a lane with Jackson and Shadow, interestingly enough. So Jackson and Shadow, no Drake there. Meanwhile, it is going to be a Grunty carry. So Grunty carry in the center with Vorpal. Meanwhile, we also have Tassadar and Drake on the bottom side against a Gravitas, a Micro, and a Jackson. So that's going to be a little bit difficult as a throw would be dealing a lot of damage pretty quickly. Drake really and Thugs just really having a difficult time just trying to clear any of those creeps. Most likely we will see a deny there. Yes, a nice stun and a nice magnitude, making sure that the deny does not go down. Meanwhile, Tassadar now fighting back over here. And it looks like a pretty even build on both sides so far. Tassadar and the Lu both got denied. They are still sitting at level 1. Meanwhile, Fighty and Vorpal, both of them. A nice pullback there. And now just bringing in the tower into this battle here as the Roaches just battling it out. Both sides battling out. Grunty is now sitting at level 3. We may see a rocket as Vorpal getting in some damage over here as well. And level 3s will soon be coming in a nice optic beam very, very far away, making it very difficult for Ant to get any magnitudes down. As Chan, off on the north side, was able to get off a very easy... Chan was able to get off a first blood on Fighty in the middle. Very, very strange that the one and only time Fighty, obviously defending himself, you normally do not want your carry to die within the first 5 minutes. Yes, Fighty, 24 people saw you die in that particular battle. Anyways, taking a look back over here, it looks like Thug's in a bit of a problem, as in addition to Narzak and Shadow over here on the north side as well. And it is going to be, the elude already coming into play, and we see Narzak just using that optic beam back and forth. And back over here, we have a bit of a problem as, we may see Thug's be able to pull away at just the last moment there, using that Raptor, and now Micro may be joining in on this battle. So a Pluck now missing level 3, and a nice throw, and that may be the death of him. There he goes. Down he goes, and Creamy getting the kill there. Oversoul, Jackson getting the assist, obviously, as Ant still sitting at level 3. Taking a look at the score, Fighty, it's 2-0 so far in favor of the Protoss, as we now see Grunty now just trying to blast away with all of those shotguns, and also that rocket launcher there, as we are now seeing Drake sitting at level 3, the bottom lane being completely owned by Protoss. Meanwhile, on the top lane, you can see Shadow and Jackson both sides battling out, and it looks pretty even so far. So the top lane even, bottom lane definitely going in favor of Protoss, as well as Fighty was destroyed, and now Narzak gonna be in a bit of trouble. As you can see, Fighty trying to come in. We may get a rocket launcher in just a moment. Fighty not quite sure where he wants to go, and there is another toxic breath or toxic gust. There is a magnetic blink, and now down goes Shadow once again. So Protoss really owning that top lane. Is now 3-1 in this battle so far, as we can see Ant sitting at level 5, Erical sitting at level 3, Grunty in the center. He does have River Racer, so he will be able to start ganking pretty easily, and now getting off some damage as well. He will be pulling away, perhaps trying to gank the south or the north side, as Jackson still sitting at level 4. Death and Taxes coming in with that one Erical, that one duplicate there, as the Triforce now just getting in more damage. Both sides, Protoss just owning the top side there, as we may get Grunty. Grunty is in the battle here. Are we going to get a rocket? No rocket, unable to save his partner, and now Fighty being forced to pull back. There is that one rocket launcher. There is